I'm just going to do a quick kind of run through on some tips on blogging. I got a friend of mine, Scott, who's going to work with me in this quick webinar, so you'll hear him jump in and out here. So what we're talking about is just some steps on how to make a more effective blog. Okay, and this just happens to be inside Empower Network, but it could be your personal blog. If you're not in Empower Network, I definitely recommend it, and I'll explain why in another webinar. But this is just the basics on making some quick blogs that are going to get you some better results. So the first thing is that you'll notice here I have that headline, which is going to be the title of your blog. So very simple. Whether it's a WordPress blog, whether it's your own Empower Network blog, you're still going to have the title available. Okay, so you're going to make that title, it'll show up right there. And Scott, can you see that okay? I just want to make sure you're doing okay on that.
Yes, I can see it. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so now you'll notice here one of the most important parts of this blog is that I have a heading 1, an H1 heading. Okay, which is right here. It's bold. It's in red. Okay, that's the default color for Empower Network. Here's an H2 heading, so it's another big heading. And number 3, it's the H3 heading. You want to make sure that somewhere, it doesn't have to be the actual, like a separate paragraph for the heading, but you want to make sure that you have an H1, H2, and H3 heading somewhere inside your webinar here, or inside your blog. Okay, let me give you another example of another blog. Go back just so I can show a few examples. Okay, here we go. Give you another example. Scroll down here. Okay, so there's definitely I have an H1 heading, which I'm not sure what the story is here with this particular, why it's looking smaller, but it was an H1 when I made it. Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Here's the H1. Okay. Here's the H2. And that other one up top might have been my H3, which I'm not sure why I had it that way. It's just this is one of my earlier blogs. Now, another thing you'll notice here inside the blog is that I have some different backlinks. So those are links to different pages. It definitely helps your searchability inside Google if you link not only to other pages, but to other pages in your own blog. So make sure that you create links to different content in your blog and outside of your blog to show some credibility and to give some I guess backlinks is what it is for your particular blog. It helps with the traffic rank of your blog. Okay, Scott, does that make sense to you? Do you know how to do those things?
I have never, I mean, I obviously have seen them in different places, but I've never actually figured out how to do that. What is it called? Backlinking? Where something gets highlighted and you click on it, and it opens up a link. No, I've never done it before.
So I'll show you how to do that right inside this video here. Okay, good deal. So let's just say that I'm going to make my quick blog. All right, first thing is, and I hope this is going to let me do it. Let me go over to visual. Okay. Now, we're just going to go with, let's put test blog for Scott. Okay, so let's just say that I want that to be my main heading. Okay, and you're going to see what happens when I double it up. So I've got that one there. Now, Scott, I don't know if you saw me. Let me zoom that in here and show you exactly what I did. I took the text, highlighted it, and went over to that drop down and chose heading 1. Okay.
Yep, I see that.
Okay, good. So that's how you do that. Then I just went and centered it. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do is when I hit enter, it automatically drops down to the paragraph, the regular font. Okay. So I'm going to put, this is a cool example of a blog, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put another one. It is important. And your goal is to try to get your keyword, which is the main word or phrase that you're trying to write your blog for, inside each of your headings. Okay? So let's say that the keyword that I'm trying to rank for is Scott. Okay? And I got Scott in the heading 1. it is important to show Scott how to blog. Boom. Let's say this is my heading 2. Go to H2 and center. And I've got that one in there now. Now I go through, and let's say I need to insert a pic here. Jeez, if I could type. Insert a pic here. So we're going to show Scott how to do that. So you go to your Add Media tab. We're going to go to Media Library because I already have pictures in there. We're just going to put the money picture in there. We're going to insert into post, and voila, we've got a picture in there. Okay, and then finally, what we're going to do is make a heading 3. Hope this helps Scott with blogging, which it will, by the way. All right, and then I put that over in heading 3, put it in the center, blah, blah, blah. Then I close every blog, Scott, with, I'll have to show you how to do backlinks too. Okay, so let me go up here, and this is how to create a backlink to another site. Okay, so we're just going to highlight the word backlink. Okay, when I highlight the word, Scott, you'll notice there's a little chain. You'll see a chain symbol. Click on the one on the left, so it's link. Okay, I'm going to link this one to Google. Now you're going to pick a site. I mean, you're going to pick something that's relevant. I'm just using Google right now for an example. Okay, title, Google backlink. Okay, and then I often choose to open them in new windows, so the person doesn't lose the page, my blog that they're on. I don't want them to lose my blog. Okay. Now I put add link, and guess what? There it is, right there inside the text. Okay. Now, then you're going to go, and remember, you could choose any site you wanted. So, like, let's say this was an example about one of your previous blogs. Go click on the blog page that you wrote the blog for, copy the link, and then just connect it to a point that you have in your blog. Okay. Now, I always close every blog with a picture of me. So, Scott, you'll put your picture down there. We're going to try to find... I'm going to show you how I do it. There it is. And, okay, so what I do is I will often shrink this down so it doesn't take up much room, because I'm not the focal point of that particular deal. It's just a signature ending. So I scoot it over to the left. I go down right below the picture. And, oh, by the way, let me show you what I do up here. Come on, give me the link to click. Okay. You know, maybe something like, I hope you will use the tips inside this video to help grow your business. If you found the content useful, please like and share on your favorite social media. Okay. Then go right below that, I'll put on there, you know, I usually put my name next to my picture somewhere, so I'll put Tom Spudic in there. I might even include a contact number if I choose to, and then I put PS. You know, something like, if your upline is doing, you know, hasn't shown you whatever I'm trying to talk about, right? If your upline hasn't shown you how to make you know, blah, blah, blah. Check out this quick video. And then I put a link to that video. I just highlight quick video. And then I put my link in there to whatever page or video I want to take them to. Okay? But a marketer named Ray Higdon said that that little PS line is responsible for making him over $100,000 in his marketing business so far. Okay?
Wow.
He said that because most people don't put stuff in there, and it's just the last thing to check out. And remember, you know, the things that you see first and last are the things you most likely remember. Okay? So that's an important opportunity to show stuff. Okay? Now we're going to save the draft. I didn't publish it because I'm not going to publish this one. Save the draft. Now, see, the great thing about this, Scott, is that they have SEO Presser, which is just an app, if you will, that allows you to see what's going on, okay, what you need to improve about your blog. So obviously here in green or red, it's telling me I need to have more words inside my blog. I don't have enough content in there, okay. I need to add this to add the REL equals no follow to my external links. I'll have to do a separate video on that because I have to go through and get the code and make sure I'm doing it properly. Your images do not have alt tags set to your keyword, so I will have to fix that, which means go through. Let me edit it. Alt text. So we're going to put on there Scott Money. Okay, and we're going to put update. Okay, so that'll take care of that one. And this one I won't. I guess we could put Scott. Let me edit it so it has you in it. Tom Spudic blog demo for Scott. Okay, and hit update. And then I can go through and check my score, save draft, and it'll check my score again, at least it should. There we go. And notice it went up, and I had that little check mark change. My images have the alt tag. You do not have your keyword bolded, italicized, or underlined. So Scott, all I have to do is go through and find different points in the text where my keyword you is either make it bold, make it highlighted, underlined, whatever it may be, and it'll suffice for these rankings here. What this does is this tells you a score that allows you to know, hey, I'm going to get good SEO, search engine optimization, with this blog entry. Okay? So, I mean, you can it's literally a checklist that you have available for you to use. Okay? So, really important. Now, again, let me do the preview of the blog to show you what that's going to look like. Okay, so I'll scroll down here and see, Scott, now we have the heading 1, heading 2 with your name, my keyword in it, a picture, this right here for the heading 3, and I also have my PS line. Now I have to go through and edit this because obviously it's still up too high in the text for whatever reason. So I'll go back in, scroll down, and make sure that it, when I do the preview after I save it, let's check and do the preview. Yeah, still I got to go one more line down. Okay. And you know, for some reason, I think it has to do with, maybe it's my computer. I'm not sure if this is if everybody has this issue, but sometimes it doesn't put that picture where, or that text where I thought it would be in relationship to the picture. So, let's see here. Now we'll do the preview. See if it bumped it down. Yep, there it goes. Now everything's right below the video, or below my picture where I want it to be. Okay, so I mean, literally, Scott, I've showed you how to backlink. I've told you the you know, H1, H2, H3. I've showed you how to put pictures in. Now you can make 100 times better blog because of these specific steps and following the SEO score presser, the SEO presser right here on the right hand side of the page. This stuff right there. Okay, So
Okay.
that's going to get you through all the basics, bud, for sure. Okay.
I definitely appreciate it.
Yep. Now here's another thing you want to check for is that you can set up your categories. So Scott, let's say you're writing about ACE, or let's say you're writing about, our coaching group, or let's say you're writing about whatever you may be writing about. You can put this blog post in those different categories. Okay. Your tags, those are important. Those are those keywords that people are going to look for that are going to show up connected to your blog. So in this particular case, I'd put Scott, I'd put my name, I'd probably put Empower Network because I would talk about it in there. I'd probably put, backlink in there because I wrote about that and have a link to it. Those would be the things I put in there. Notice they're separated by commas, and then I hit add. So those are all added to it. I mean, that's the main stuff you need to know, bud.